Hey guys, and welcome to the weekly review. This week I'm not going to show you a lot of trades, but a few of them are very interesting. So let's start with dollar index. As always, it's important to know where the dollar is going so we can have an idea where the other pairs are going. So dollar index, so we got a correction here. That was the impulse from last week. Nice correction. 1, 2, 3. Break the correction. Flag drop, and now you see it's kind of going down, but very slowly. So when these type of patterns happen, so you see the difference between this very strong move and this not very strong. Right? Like that, this will often break. So when it will break, there's only two options that can happen. The first one is that it's a breakout for an impulse up, and if we get that, we are probably heading to that level, because it will then be a 1, 2, 3 corrective, and if we can get an impulse here and a correction right here, it will be the start of that big move up. That is the first possibility. Second possibility is that we break, but we are just starting to make a bigger correction. Something like that, and after it goes down. So for now, we don't know. I don't think it will move a lot for the rest of the week, because even if we break as an impulse, I think we still have some more down to go. As you can see, it's not really looking strong upside right now, so I think when that will break, that will be a great call. So maybe going a little bit down, and after breaking, we will get a correction right here also, if it's an impulse. So that's for dollar index. Euro USD, not that much stuff to trade on this week, I think. So that was the big correction. 1, 2, 3 upside. Here we got a flag right here, correction right here, but you see it's a little bit like dollar index. It's not really going far. It's really going very slow up, and these type of structure also tend to break out to the downside. So same thing as dollar index, it can either be an impulse down or a correction, a bigger correction for more upside. So for now we don't know which one it will be. Let me just put it that like this. Perfect. So for now we don't know. Here, as you can see, it's breaking the correction, also making a very small flag. So I think more upside possible right here, but eventually it will crawl up very slowly and it will break, and that's when we will know what type of structure we will get. If it's a small flag right here, well, it's a great trade to take, or it will either be a bigger correction with no flag in it, or no really good trade in that one. So Euro USD, I don't think there's a lot of things to trade on that pair for the next week. After AUD USD, that one is very interesting and very important for you to understand, guys. So I thought at the beginning that was the correction. Here we broke, expanding flat, 1, 2, 3 down. That's where I got in the sell. I got it a break-even trade, so I closed it at the same place I took it, so no loss. And we finally broke the top. So now the structure is different, but it's still a down structure, because that is your impulse, 1, 2, 3. That is simply a 1, 2, 3 corrective structure, bigger than only this. So I think that we are still going to go to this level, and if we can find a short opportunity at the top, that can be a very good trade. And let me just show you, before you see this one, exactly the same thing. I thought at the beginning we had this, right? Correction, breaking, and going back up to break the high before it goes down. That's exactly the same. Correction, breaking, going to the high, breaking the top, going down. That is exactly the same scenario that has a lot of chance to repeat. And that's also come for the same conclusion of the fractal, right? So the market is always repeating itself. So now when we go on the 1 hour, we see we got a little correction right here, broke the high, and now we are going down. So for now there's no trade. I think there are still possible more downside if upside, sorry, if we get something like this, more upside on this, right? But eventually this will turn, and let's say that we get this, right, goes up. When it will turn, the structure will look something like this. So first of all, we'll get a trend, something like this, that I can already put in. So let me just put the trend. Yep, perfect. So when it will break pretty strong. Got a correction right here, and that will be a big sell, because you can sell right here when it break if we get a sell setup. Stop loss above the structure, and you have a take profit very low. So that can be a very good trade to take. So pay close attention to AUD USD. I don't think it will happen this week. I don't think the next impulse will start this week. I think for the rest of the week it will not be a very strong market. It will be pretty slow, I think, but next week for sure we are going to get probably that impulse and correction. So maybe next week that will be the trade to take. NZD USD, not much going on that pair. Last week we were here, now we are here, so simply going up more. That's the same movement as this, so going up. Now we are getting a 1, 2, 3. It can break out right now. It can also turns out to be a 4, 5 before it goes, but eventually it will go up. We just don't know when. I will prefer to have a 5-way structure. The reason for that is because I will be able to enter sorry, to enter right here at the bottom. So if it's a 1, 2, 3, I will have to enter like something right here, right here. But if it's a 4, 5, then I can enter something right here, which will give me a way bigger and better risk reward. But it can also just break out right here. And where it's going, well, pretty simple. Let's just measure the last impulse. So impulse 1, 2, 3 up. So let's measure that impulse, and we are probably going to this level, which are near to these target right here. So that's a pretty interesting level. USD missed that trade, unfortunately. At least I got the Euro Yen, which I will come later on. So USD missed that trade. That was a pretty good trade. It's the same trade basically as Euro Yen, so I still got one of these. So very simple trade. Impulse 1, 2, 3 contracting, breaking the contracting, getting a flag right here, selling right here. Very simple trade. Nothing much to talk about right here. Where is this going? I think we are going to break the low, and that will give us a, on the 4 hour, that will give us a 1, a 2, and a 3 corrective before it goes up for a very big move. So I think we are going to get there pretty quick. I don't think it will take that much time. We'll get something like this, breakout, impulse. That will be the first entry for the next big move. So right now I'm not interested in the sell. Anyway, I missed the trade. The opportunity was right here at the flag, so I missed that opportunity. So it's okay, just let it run. I'm not in that trade, I'll let it run. If I see another opportunity, like another correction, something like this right here, maybe I will take the trade, because it can still be a great trade with a good risk reward. So we'll see. But for now, I'm not interested in the trade. Anyway, don't sell right now. If you want to sell, wait for another flag, because right now it's looking, you see this type of pattern. There's a big difference between like this, and now you start scrolling very slowly, so which means that we will get a bigger correction very soon. So wait if you want to short that. USD CAD doing not really much. So I thought that was the whoops, sorry. So impulse 1, 2, 3 down, but it's very not looking strong. We don't have a sell setup right here, which means that not a lot of people are selling, and we are, you see, not really going strong. So I think we will get another leg up before it goes down. So before it goes to this level, right, to touch at the same time the trend line. So so the reason for that is because, first of all, we haven't got a sell setup, and the second reason is that this looks like a channel. It's not impulsive. This is not an impulse. This is really a channel and looks like a correction. So let me remove these. And for now, I'm just going to wait because there's nothing ready to pay close attention. I can put that line right here. That can even be a great buy setup. If we get a breakout, a flag right here, maybe a buy setup to break this high. So that will create a 1, 2, 3. USD CHF. Same, exactly same thing as dollar index. So remember, dollar index, impulse 1, 2, 3, going down, but very slowly. So same thing. I think we are going to these Fibonacci levels, so that will end pretty soon, maybe more down here. Another last flag, little, going there, and after this will reverse very strong. So it can either be like dollar index, it can either be a impulse correction for more upside, or it can simply be a correction for more downside. So we don't know which one we will get, but for now, nothing to trade. Don't sell right now because you are at the low. That's not a good idea to sell that right now, because as you can see, we are at the low of that big impulse. All of this is one impulse on the 4 hour, so which means we need to get a bigger correction, something like this, if it has to go to this level, right? So don't sell right now, you'll get trapped. So wait for a correction and then you can sell. We always get correction, right? We always get correction. We always get correction. We will get a bigger correction right here before it goes down to this level, probably. Euro, AUD doing nothing much. Same thing as dollar index, Euro, USD, USD JPY. We are in a lot of pair in that type of scenario, going nothing, doing nothing, right? Which means we will soon get a bigger correction for more upside. So nothing to trade on that one. Euro, yen, very interesting one. I'm going to talk a lot about this. So let's go on the daily, just to remind you guys where we were on that pair. So impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. We are breaking that correction, right? We're breaking this. Breaking the correction, making a corrective structure right here, which means on the long term we are going there or there. Now on the short term, now that we know that we are in a correction, let me show you how this can evolve right now. So I was a little scary about shorting that thing right here because it could have simply been a triangular pattern, which will be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then upside. So that was pretty risky to short right here. But now I don't think it's making, well, it's surely not making a triangle because we broke the low right here, so it's not a triangle. And as we zoom in right here, we can see that this looks pretty good like a corrective structure, right? But I think we have more correctives to go. But eventually, I think we'll get something like this to reach that trend line, and it will go after to break the low. The reason I think we have more correction is because, let me remove that, is because as you can see, now these type of structure are pretty hard to read, but as you can see, this is like an impulse, this is a correction, so I think we're going to break that right here, break that, get this, that will be impulse, 1, 2, 3, one more up to break the low, that will create a 1, 2, 3, that will create a corrective structure, and then downside. So let me redo that again for you. So that looks like an impulse, so I think we're going to get something like this, which will be a impulse, 1, 2, 3, something like this, upside, breaking the top, making a 1, 2, 3, and going down. So for now it looks like a start of a bigger corrective structure. It does not look like an impulse. Anyway, my stop loss is right here, exactly at that level. And I will only consider taking off my trade when we will break the trend and get a correction right here. And break that correction, of course. That will be the moment when I take off the trade. But for now, I really don't see any reason to take off the trade. So I think we are just going to get more correction, because this also does not look like a finish correction. So more correction right here for the next 24 hours, I think, something like that. And after we're going down for the last impulse. Now where it's going, let's put a Fibonacci, maybe we can find out right here to this level. Well, probably right here, near to this level. I think it will not be it can still go to this level, which will be great, because as you guys know, I don't have a take profit on that pair, and I will only remove my trade if I see a different setup and a buy setup. So what it means is that I'll let go the trade. Even when we break the low, I will let go the trade. So I think it will stop there, but it can also get there. It's very not impossible that it make a 1, 2, 3, something like this, and that we get to this level. We don't have to stop at this level. It can stop at this because the rules says that when you break the low, you can turn back, just like in AUD USD. Let me show you. You see, we broke it, but very, very small, and now it's possible that it turns. It's also possible that we go more upside, but we can turn because we broke it. So I think right here, when it will break, it will at least go to that 27 mark, but it can also go to this level. So no take profit for now. My stop loss is right there. I will wait to see how it goes, and I will simply decide to close the trade when I see a change in the structure that will tell me that the correction will be over and that we will be heading to this level. That's the only time I will close the trade. AUDN, I think I will skip that one. Yeah, there's nothing really to trade on that. You see, it's kind of making a channel for more upside, right? This type of structure looks more upside, right? Going something like this, right? Before it goes down. GBP USD, I'll do that for the next one. Let me just show you GBP yen, what it's looking right now. I'll go back on GBP USD because it's a very important trade. A lot of stuff you can learn on that. GBP yen, big picture, I think it's making a bigger correction. So I think that is your only first leg, 2 leg, 3 leg before it goes up. I think we're going to break these low. Why? Because that does not look like that much a corrective structure. It can also be a corrective structure, but I don't think it will be only that, which means I think we will get one more up right here and one more down to make a 1, 2, 3 if it will be a corrective structure. That's the first possibility, right? Or the second possibility is that this is like an impulse. This is like an impulse. This will be a correction, and this will be another down to break this low to make it 1, 2, 3. So I don't know which one we will get. Honestly, I think we have more chance to get that 1, 2, 3 right here before it goes up. It doesn't have to go to this low because the structure, this structure is a valid and complete structure. So we don't need to go that low. So the market doesn't have to make that because your structure is already complete. So it can simply do something like this. It can also go to the low. We don't know for now. We don't have any trade because this will make soon a bigger correction. Reason for that is because same reason than a lot of pair this week. It's because it started to channel, right? You can see we'll go on 4 hour. We'll see it better. So you can see it's really not, it's going down, but not really strongly. You see, it's always going up and so I think this type of structure, it will break to either make a corrective right here, bigger corrective, or impulse, corrective, go there, and after turn to make a 1, 2, 3. GBP USD, last pair of today, very important pairs that I want you to, all of you, understand perfectly, because that setup for now is perfect. So impulse, right? Impulse 1, 2, 3 up to make in the total 1, 2, 3 corrective. So that is your corrective structure, 1, 2, 3. Now when we zoom in, we can see that we got not AB squeeze, that's not an AB squeeze, that's simply a channel. So impulse, and you see we started channeling, doing nothing. We got an impulse, we are in a correction. When this will break, this will go very far and very strong. Now, where it can go? Two possibilities. It can either make one more down, up, down, to make a 1, 2, 3 before it goes to the 6, 1, 8. That's the first possibility, and in the total, if we get this, that will make a 1, 2, 3. So a way bigger correction, right? That is still possible. Second possibility is that we simply go straight down, because like I said on the other pair, Euro Yen, that structure is already valid to go. 1, 2, 3, valid to go already. So we don't have to make a something like this for a 1, 2, 3, bigger 1, 2, 3. We can already go. I honestly think we are going very strong. For now, we can't know which one it will be, of course. But there's a couple reasons why I think it will go very soon and very, very strongly. First of all, we broke from a channel. It's not like if it was just a top and then break. It's very a channel, and when we break a channel, that's a more important breakout than simply going up and going down after, because a channel is really a structure. So breaking a channel like this is very important. So we broke it very nicely. Now we are in that correction. By the way, another reason that is telling me that we are going very deep down is because of the big divergence on the RSI. Sorry, you see it. We really have a big divergence right here. It's going straight up, here straight down, right? So big divergence, which gives me more signals that we are going down. When we go on the 1 hour, and we can see now that the corrective structure is probably done, right? Because we got an impulse, 1, 2, 3. In that 1, 2, 3, we got an impulse, triangle, up, right? So in the total, that create us a 1, 2, 3. Breaking now, and it's kind of making a flag right here. So if we get a little bit more correction right here, and it break, that will be a perfect sell. That is a trade you want to take. This trade is very important. And if you are not already trading in real money, try at least to take that trade in demo, because even if it fell, you will learn something from that, right? So try to take that trade in demo. The reason it can be a very good trade, let me just show you why. Because the risk reward can be very, very, very huge. So now let's say that we are making more correction right here, breaking. Now let's say we can short right here. Stop loss will be above the flag, so something like right here. Where take profit can be? Well, it can break the low. Oops, sorry. It can. Alright, I'm gonna just do this. It can break the low already. Like I said, it doesn't have to make a bigger corrective, which will give us a 24 risk reward ratio. So if you risk $100 on that trade, you make $2,400. So that type of trade, that's the trade you want to take, because we are at the very top of the structure on the daily. You want to sell that. That is not the time to buy, right? And when you sell, if you get in the trade, it will you have a lot of chance to be good, because it can either make, like I said, one down here, up, down, so you'll make some profit right here, maybe even some profit right here if you resell that again, right? You'll make some good profit in that type of structure, or either we are lucky and it simply go straight down, right? So that's it for that pair. Which one we will get, we don't know that for now. Both are possible. We will know that probably in the next couple of weeks, depending on how the structure goes and how the market evolves. So that's it, guys. A little bit longer than usually. 25 minutes. Usually it's more like 15-20. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned a lot with this video. Not a lot of trades follow for this week, because we are in a kind of channel that is going nowhere on a lot of pairs, but there's also a couple trades that are very interesting. So the three more interesting are GBP USD, Euro Yen, and AUD USD for this week. I hope you enjoy it. Take care, trade well, and as always, keep your risk management very, very low. Enjoy your week, guys.